What's up, Cowboy Nation and Cowboy Headquarters? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct here on Wednesday at 6:44 p.m. Central Time, and this is a part two of part one of um, Dallas releases Jaylen Smith. So, hopefully everybody had a great day today. But I want to jump right on into this and try to make some sense of this. As far as how I felt on the first video, I was a little baffled and a little upset that that they released Jaylen Smith like they did. But come to find out, basically, what Cowboys have done, they have paid a player to go away. It's basically what you've done. What sense does it make? Well, let's talk about what sense does it make. So basically, what happened is Jaylen Smith was owed $7.2 million this year, in which come next year there would have been another $9.2 million they would have owed him for 2022. So to break it down in a nutshell, basically it was more, let's pay him to go away, because if he does get hurt, we will still have to pay him the $9.2 million. So we do know that he did sign a $64 million contract extension back in 2019, like we mentioned on the last video. But basically, what it boiled down to is they basically paid Jaylen Smith to go away. Now, with that being said, once I found out that Jaylen Smith was released from the team, I found out the next morning, well, this morning rather, that Stephon Gilmore was released by the Patriots. So I thought about it. I said, well, you know what? It makes sense. If we're going to cut Jaylen Smith, we're going to cut Jaylen Smith. Well, what we need to do then is basically go out and pick up Stephon Gilmore. Makes all the sense in the world. So I feel pretty good about it. Moses, he wants to get out. He's hungry. So, but he wants to, it makes sense, because basically what you're doing is you paying Jaylen Smith, you're releasing him, making a roster spot, and you bring in Stephon Gilmore, as we thought. Well, come to find out, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Why it didn't happen, I couldn't tell you, but I can kind of explain a little bit what's going on. Basically, Stephon Gilmore got traded to Carolina Panthers. Hey, calm down. Got traded to Carolina Panthers for a 2023 sixth-round draft pick. Yeah, and I was baffled by that. You mean, is that all they got for Stephon Gilmore? And here it is. I'm thinking we bring this guy over here to Dallas, and it'd be one of those major moves like we did in '95, going out to Deion Sanders and putting Gilmore on the other side of Trayvon Diggs, and we make that push. I mean, basically, it would have been a perfect fit. I was thinking that maybe Jerry Jones would go out and being the salesman that he would go out there and persuade Gilmore to come to Dallas, because it's as good as we're playing right now, and how we are doing good, and be a perfect fit for him. I would think that Jerry Jones would go out there and basically do a sales pitch, but didn't happen. This guy actually got traded to Carolina for a 2023 sixth-round draft pick. Now, reason for that is, let me share this with you, that it is it has been mentioned that the salary cap will be cut $16 million on next year. So that's a big hit. So there's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be financially strapped to players, so which it'll make difficult. Now, we know Stephon Gilmore is looking for a lot of money to come to play anywhere, but so there's very few teams that probably could afford afford Stephon Gilmore. But based what I was thinking with Dallas, the case would be that he would come here, we would play him a base throughout the rest of the season, and then try to cross that bridge on next year once the season start. But knowing that the salary cap is going to be cut by $16 million, that plays a major part. And you got to understand that Stephon Gilmore is 31 years old. He has some issues with his quad or his knee or something like that. So, Gilmore expected a lot of money, but a lot of teams are kind of like a little hesitant by bringing him in due to the fact that he has a big price tag, but he also has some injuries. But the guy he's solid. He's a solid cornerback, and which is someone that I thought we probably can use. With that being said, now here we are again wondering why Jaylen Smith was released as he was during the time that we're in right now. Basically watching him moving Michael Parsons. Hey, stop it. Stop it. And moving Michael Parsons down the defensive end and sliding Jaylen Smith at that linebacker position, watching him go sideline to sideline. He basically played better than I've seen him in a while. So, it's still mind-boggling. And here we have Leighton Vander Esch. We're talking about Jaylen Smith, how bad he was, and I told you guys how much I thought he was a hustler. I mean, they got little memes out there about Jaylen Smith, but let's talk about Leighton Vander Esch. Since Leighton Vander Esch been here on the team, basically he hadn't played a full season. And I know we probably compared apples to oranges and things like that, but we already know that Leighton Vander Esch probably won't be back next year anyway because they didn't pick up his $9 million extension. So, but the fact of the matter is, now you're hoping that Leighton Vander Esch stays healthy, which I must say that Keanu O'Neal will be back this year. So what this is going to probably do, open the door for Jaron Curse, or it's going to open the door for Jabril Cox. So basically what I'm thinking is the case, the situation is that, Jaylen just didn't fit Dan Quinn's scheme. That's why I see it right now. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Or there's something else that's just not being told. But again, I'm just hoping that the morale of the locker room is not affected, knowing that this guy was a team captain, a former Pro Bowler. This guy here he was credited with 19 tackles and played in 148 of 264 snaps. I mean, man, But wouldn't it be something if the Philadelphia Eagles go pick him up? Wouldn't it be something if Washington go pick him up? Wouldn't it be something if New York Giants pick him up? Believe me, I don't think he's going to be on the market long. Somebody's going to probably pick him up, and it might be one of our division rivals, which we'll see what happens. But just guys wanted to kind of share what the latest is with the Stephon Gilmore and what we thought was going to happen, what I thought was going to happen, which is not going to happen. He's over there. Gilmore is over there with the Carolina Panthers for a 6th round 2023 draft pick. Wow. But anyway, guys, I just hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your evening, and we'll get back as we prepare for these Giants. Deuces.